This is Iran, and our crew is here in search of exotic turns in foreign lands. It's easy for the West to forget that this is one of the ancient civilizations of the world, founders of art and law, music and culture. This is a nation that appears to us trapped, yet builds monuments to freedom. A nation that in our imagination is a sand-covered desert, yet it takes as its national symbol a soaring mountain peak. We arrived in the capital city of Tehran during the greatest blizzard of the last 20 years. The snow seems the perfect welcome mat for our crew. Here is Chris Anthony.
The second I got here, I noticed how people took notice to me. Could be the red, flaming hair and the light skin. I don't know if I look goofy to them or if they're just curious. All of a sudden, it just takes one person where they come up and talk to you, and next thing you know, one comes, and then the whole mob comes. And we're surrounded by like kids and people that are just curious about everything. It's totally broken down every wall around me about this whole place. It's warm, it's friendly, it's fun loving. And I try to take a lot of pictures so that hopefully a few quality pop out of the culture, the texture of everything that's around me, and just the people in general. Definitely by the time I die, I'm gonna have one heck of a photo album to go with me.
Persian culture was born of the mountains. Where the road ends sits Dizine. And here, ski and snowboard culture has thrived since the days of the Shah. New snow draws thousands of Iranians up into the mountains. In recent years, however, harsh traditions seem to be fading into history, disintegrating in favor of a new freedom, a new individualism, a new life that shines from people's faces. If winter brings these people alive, it serves to remind our crew what we live for. Chris Anthony is a familiar face for the cameras of Warren Miller. That's because he can always be relied upon to climb the extra pitch and to charge hard on the way down. Dean Cummings is recognized as one of the finest and world's most daring mountain skiers. He keeps himself sharp as owner and operator of H2O Guides, the premier heli-skiing operation in Valdez, Alaska. And he's here to ski where most think there is no snow. Spencer Wheatley is the 1999 World Extreme Champion. He guides heli-skiing all winter and guides climbers on Mount Shasta through the summer.
This took years in planning to get here. The last thing on our list was worrying actually if there'd be good snow. We've come across stuff that's not so easy to ski. It's very shallow, so each one of the runs that we've been doing, I've been crossing my fingers and hoping that I won't hit something underneath and it's gonna pitch me.
Skiing here has been humbling to say the least. You've got to keep your guard up the whole time or you're just gonna get your legs ripped off. But it's worth it, it's a great time. Skiing with Chris and Spencer, it's just been a pleasure.
The problem for me has been that the last storm was accompanied probably by 70 or 80 mile an hour winds. And it's put a wind slab on top of everything. And for me personally, I've been getting my butt kicked. Your tips are going to the dirt and your head's going straight in. And I've been finding out what the snowpack looks like up close. A gentleman came up to me and in broken English, he said, "You should have been here yesterday." Whether they speak Farsi or French or Italian, I think I've heard that just about everywhere I've ever been.
Years in the mountains have taught us one valuable lesson. Beware of Russian helicopters. Cash and a handshake can get you one, and seriously sketchy landings can make you think twice about getting aboard.
Big aircraft for mountains. He's got to go down these canyons instead of climbing up them. The best thing to do is gain elevation and go down canyons. So we'll pass that on to the pilot.
And when snow is too soft to land the beast, more extreme measures must be taken.
I was trying to get these guys to land on this flat spot, and they were just like hover landing, hover landing. So we unloaded by jumping out on the hover. Our next one, we'll just let the pilot pick the landing zone, and then we'll find the skiing around it.
We travel the world in the hope of finding just such places. In every corner of the globe, we find people just like ourselves, people who harbor a love and a reverence for the mountains. We can only hope that our experience here will prove to be the beginning of the future we hope for. For our crew, it's been the thrill of a lifetime.